Hello friends, checking in on Men in Arms by Terry Pratchett, the next book I'm reading for the Reindeer Games readathon, also for the Disney Challenge readathon. So this book, let me hold it up again, Men in Arms by Terry Pratchett. This is the next book in the City Watch series. I read Guards last month and I absolutely loved it, and I'm loving this so far. This is going to count as my magical creatures for the Shelf Space Reindeer Games readathon and the action-packed Disney Games Challenge readathon prompt, as long as I can finish it before Monday night. So that's that. I'm through 50 pages right now and I'm still loving this so much. I just love Terry Pratchett's writing. It's hilarious. So in this book we have Carrot has returned, but he's now Corporal Carrot, and Vimes is leaving the watch and is getting married to Lady Ramkin, the dragon lady. And one of the quotes that I pulled out from just the second page is Carrot writing home, because you know he writes home all the time. I think it's like every day. And he's talking about Vimes, and he says, "He taught me all I know, apart from the things I taught myself," which was hilarious, but also like true. You could see someone saying that. We get a new character, kind of, Edward Death, who is like Death in the Grim Reaper, and he is part of the assassins and thinks that Carrot is destined to be king of Ankh-Morpork. And then another quote I pulled out: "The problem with Destiny, of course, is that she is often not careful where she puts her finger," which was just hilarious. I loved that quote. So we've got some new recruits in the City Watch, which is Detrius, Cuddy, and Agua, a troll, or dwarf, and a woman. They're trying to up their diversity in the City Watch. And Beno the clown meets death, so he's dead. And one of the swamp dragons, Chubby, was kidnapped, but they don't know he was kidnapped. They thought he just got out of his pen. And we also see this big giant parade thing with trolls and dwarfs, and they hate each other. They've got like this ongoing civil war between each other. So Carrot is trying to calm both sides down so he doesn't have to put everyone in jail, but he said he will put everyone in jail if he needs to. And that's where I've left it on page 50. I'm gonna get back to reading this because I'm loving it, and it's a quick read and it's hilarious. And I will check in with y'all again soon. Bye. Hey y'all, I'm just checking in on Men at Arms by Terry Pratchett. I've got so much to update on. So I read a ton yesterday, almost 200 pages in this book, and there's a lot to catch up on. So Mr. Hammerhawk, who is a troll, I believe, was murdered. This was the guy that they found his dead body earlier in the book. Now they've discovered that it was murder, which is extremely rare in Ankh-Morpork. And we learn that Anguilla is actually a werewolf, and Vimes is to learn how to be a gentleman when he marries, when he gets married. And Anguilla / maybe all werewolves can see smells, so different smells have different color in her vision, which is kind of crazy. We get Beno the clown's funeral with a whole bunch of clowns doing clown-like things. A quote that I pulled out from page 155 is, "People laughed at clowns, but only out of nervousness." And this resonated with me so much because as a kid, even now, I was terrified of clowns, especially as a kid. I don't like clowns now, I'm not terrified of them, but as a kid I was terrified of them, and so I get this, definitely. They found another dead body who was lettuce nibs, and she was the maid to the head beggar queen. And we learned that Cuddy teaches Detritus how to count properly. The patrician is putting the night watch on leave after Vimes' wedding. So after Vimes gets married, he's resigning from the watch, retiring. And the patrician has decided they don't need the night watch anymore after this. He never liked him to begin with, so he's just going to extend the day watch into the night. Another quote I pulled out from page 201. Slowly, with fingers that suddenly felt like bananas, and bananas that didn't belong to him. That just made me laugh. I've never heard fingers be compared to bananas before, but leave it to Terry Pratchett to do that. Detritus is talking normal now, which is weird because he's a troll, and throughout the whole first half of his book he was talking like a troll. But now he's talking normal, and we learn that as the temperature drops, his brain becomes more efficient, and he gets locked in basically a meat freezer and becomes like a math genius. And then another quote I pulled out from page 219 says, "They became just a few expressions that appeared to move and sparkle with a life of their own. This was math without numbers, pure as lightning." And I really like that quote because I'm not a math person, so I don't tend to think of math without numbers, but this quote just kind of struck that chord, like, this is totally different, which Terry Pratchett is so great at doing. And the rumor going around Inkmork is that the Night Watch killed the troll Bjorn. And they've discovered that Vimes has been giving his money to families of the old watch members. They thought he was just stingy in saving it all, but it turns out he's been giving it to families of old watch members that have passed away. So it's discovered that Vimes has a real heart. Cuddy and Detritus are now stuck in the sewer, and they've been trying to dig their way out. And we get the orangutan library back. Cuddy and Detritus find a dead body in the sewer, and then trolls attack the watch house, and Carrot wants to create a militia. And that's where I've left Men at Arms last night. Now I'm going to get back into reading, and I'll check in with y'all again soon. Bye. Hey y'all, checking in at about Men at Arms by Terry Pratchett. I just finished this just a couple minutes ago, and I absolutely loved it. But first, let me check in on everything that we've missed so far. So, pages 270 to 300, the trolls have set fire to the palace. Carrot thinks an assassin dressed as a clown killed Beno. And then pages 300 to 350, we see that Anguilla is going to go into the Assassin's Guild as a werewolf alone. Edward de Earth was the dead body in the sewer that they found earlier, dressed as Beno the Clown. And Carrot and Anguilla have sex, and then Anguilla turned into a werewolf. She turned in Carrot's room, which freaked the hell out of Carrot, of course. He didn't know that she was a werewolf. In pages 350 to 390, we learned that Vimes and Colin knew that Anguilla was a werewolf. Lord Venturi is shot in the leg, Carrot is shot in the arm, and Detritus is also shot. All like right before Vimes' wedding. They're outside getting ready for their wedding. We also learn, sadly, that Cuddy and Anguilla are dead. In the last 30 pages of the book, 390 to 420 in my copy, we get Vimes now has the gong, and he's going after Dr. Cruces, who killed Edward de Earth, Cuddy, and Anguilla. And I pulled out this quote that Vimes says to the assassins when he barges into the Assassin's Guild. They said, "Who are you?" He goes, "The law. You son of bitches." And that just made me laugh. Then we have Carrot killed Cruces with his sword. After Cruces hinted that Carrot is the king, destined to be the king of Inkmoreburg. Anguilla, we learn, is not dead because she's a werewolf, and Carrot says only silver can kill werewolves. Now the Watch has 56 members in it, and they've got to expand throughout the city and open new places. Carrot has been made captain, and Vimes is now commander of the Watch. And that's how Men-at-Arms ends. Such a fantastic book, fantastic series. Terry Pratchett is amazing. So now let's switch over to... So, like I said, I finished Men-at-Arms by Terry Pratchett. I give this 5 stars. I liked Guards better, but I still really enjoyed this. And if, just to remind you all, if you care at all, this I read for both the Disney Games Challenge readathon. This was my book filled with action prompt, and it also fit the prompt for magical creatures in the Reindeer Games shelf space readathon. So I will have a review coming right after this, and I will link that here. But that was, again, Men-at-Arms by Terry Pratchett. I can't wait to read the next book, and I've gotten my boyfriend Howard now reading Guards because it's so good. That's it for now. Keep reading, like, comment, subscribe, tell all your friends, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.